Hello and welcome to 6AR and 6CP's assembly. Our first project work unit is AD 900 and we have been learning lots about the past civilization.
But to begin with, we celebrated significant contribution to history in our entry point. For this, we researched a significant person from history.
Then we wrote biographies about them and dressed up and shared our learning with our class. Now we would like to share some of that learning with you, our virtual audience.
We are going to introduce you to some of the famous people we have learned about. Listen carefully though, because there will be a quiz at the end.
Many of us chose to investigate and learn about the contribution to science. Without the work of these people, we wouldn't have much of the technology we use now. Plus, lots of these people led really interesting lives, which we are going to find out about now.
Hi there, Albert Einstein here. I'm sure you've heard of me. I was born in Germany in 1879. Later, I moved to Italy and then USA. I suppose I am most famous for my theory of relativity, which proved that mass can be turned into energy. Many of my other theories about space, time, light, and gravity are used by scientists today to prove even more things about the universe.
I won a Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921. People were so impressed with my genius that after I died in 1955, they removed my brain and preserved it in case one day they could find out what made me so amazing.
Unfortunately, I died in 1955 before I could get all my ideas into one big idea. But I'm still one of the most famous scientists in history. In 1999, I was named the Person of the Century.
As interesting as that was, I don't think it's as valuable as my contribution. Hi there, I'm Marie Curie. I was born in Poland in 1867 and died in France 1934.
My husband Pierre and I won a Nobel Prize for our research into radioactivity in 1903. At first, the committee tried to leave my name off the award. Can you believe that?
Don't worry though, I won another one in 1911 when I discovered more elements. That made me the first woman to win one Nobel Prize, but the first person to win two. Oh, and the only person to win two in different fields, physics and chemistry.
Sadly, I died because of exposure to all of that radioactivity, but it's really useful too. Today, people use it to help fight diseases like cancer.
These people changed the world through their inventions, their artwork, or their desire to improve the world around them. Often they were underappreciated in the time they were alive. Sometimes people even laughed at the inventions or these ideas that people came up with. But today we know how important these ideas were and still are. First, we'll hear from some of the artists, explorers, or technology giants.
They've placed me under artist, but I'm so much more than that. Yes, I painted the most famous painting in the world, the Mona Lisa. But did you know I also invented the parachute and the helicopter? By the way, I'm Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes, Da Vinci's famous, but I am also regarded as one of the best artists of all time. Hi there, I'm Rembrandt. I was so good I actually thought many of the other famous Dutch artists. You've probably seen some of my pieces as they're displayed all around the world. I'll paint portraits and landscape scenes. One of my most famous pieces is called The Night Watch. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Steve Jobs. And I am Mark Zuckerberg.
Or a MacBook. You have me to thank for that. We revolutionized the design of computers and made them beautiful and easy to use.
And I basically invented social media. Facebook was my idea. Since then, so many social media platforms have been made. Ask your parents or your teacher. Facebook made this happen.
Well, as impressive as all that is, I think I can impress you even more. My name is Amelia Earhart, and not only am I an incredible explorer, I am also a mysterious mystery.
I was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. I did this in 1932, having previously been the first woman to flow across the Atlantic in 1928, something which took about 20 hours.
Nowadays, planes can make a similar journey in about 7 hours. What is also interesting about me is how I died. In 1936, I began planning a route to fly around the world. But this did not go to plan. I left Miami on June 1st, and by June 29th, I had arrived in New Guinea. However, after I departed, my plane disappeared, and after the wreck was never found. Did I crash? Did something else happen? No one knows.
Well, yes, being one of the first successful pilots is excellent, but no one flew like I flew. That's right, everyone, I flew on the moon. I'm Neil Armstrong, and in 1969, I was the first person to walk on the moon. Only 12 people have done this since then. It really was one small step for man and one giant leap for mankind.
Many important historical figures are important not because they invented something or they were the first person to do something, but simply because they were in charge during a time when things important were happening.
The next groups are famous royal or particular figures that we still think about today for many different reasons.
I am William the First, or William the Conqueror. I was born in about 1,000 years ago in Normandy. I was famous for winning the Battle of Hastings in 1066. All the kings and queens since then were rulers because of me.
1,000 is impressive, but I was a queen about 2,000 years ago.
I was the last pharaoh of ancient Egypt.
After I died, Egypt was ruled by Romans.
Yes, Romans. I am Julius Caesar, Roman Empire. I invaded everywhere across Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. The Roman Empire was the largest and greatest empire to rule in history.
Oh, Romans, they tried to defeat me, Boudicca, but they could not. I was a Celtic Icelandic queen in England, and I was tough and fierce.
All this fighting for what? Hi, I'm Emmeline Pankhurst, the leader of the suffragette movement in the UK. Before this movement, women were unable to vote in the elections. Can you believe that? Well, thanks to me and all my protests, all women have equal voting rights in the UK and in many other countries across the world.
Yes, girl power. I am Queen Victoria and I ruled Britain from 1837 to 1901. Until Queen Elizabeth, I was the longest serving monarch. I oversaw the Industrial Revolution with my husband, Albert, and together we had 9 children. We oversaw the expansion of the British Empire across the world.
I too have had a vast empire. My name is Earthro, and I ruled the Ottoman Empire until around 1280 AD. Not many things is known about my life for certain, but I undoubtedly have left many stories behind which have become legends over time. Like my son Osman, I am known as a Ghazi, a heroic champion fighter for the sake of Islam.
Many of the historical figures we remember are because of their written or supporting achievements. Those are not our next batch of brilliant people.
Good day to you all. 'Tis I, William Shakespeare. Simply put,
I am the greatest playwright to ever exist. Plus, I invented lots of many words you still use today. I wrote many sonnets and about 39 plays, including Macbeth and Romeo and Juliet. I also wrote about Cleopatra, who I believe you have met. Here are some of the words I invented: generous, majestic, frugal, suspicious. Wow, I am good.
Shakespeare wrote for pleasure, and that was his job. But I wrote for a very different reason. I'm Anne Frank, and Ollie is my diary that you will know me for. I was born in 1929 in Germany, but my family and I moved to Holland to escape the Nazi rule in Germany because we were Jewish.
In 1942, we went into hiding in a secret annex my father built in our home. I wrote every day about what we could hear or see. We had some helpers bring us food and clothes. We were there for a long time until 1944, when we were found and arrested and taken to a concentration camp.
Hi, I'm Lionel Messi, the greatest football player of all time. I and many of my fans agree about it. I have scored 700 goals during my career for my club and country. That's quite an impressive achievement.
Messi thinks he's a good scorer, but would he have scored a goal past me? Hi, I'm Lev Yashin. I'm a Soviet professional football player, and I am considered to be the greatest goalkeeper of all times. And I'm very good, actually.
Hello, I'm Roddy Bannister, a British middle-distance athlete and neurologist who ran the first 4-minute mile at the 1952 Olympics in Helsinki. I also set the British record in the 1,500 meters. Impressive stuff, hey?
Our final group of historical figures are some of the most important of all. They have helped to shape the way we see the environment, and the world we live in is something to be cherished and preserved.
Hello, I'm David Attenborough, and I have inspired millions of people worldwide to protect our planet by bringing the natural world into people's homes. I continue to broadcast documentaries which demonstrate the vulnerability of our planet, pushing boundaries to show just what could be achieved if we all show a little more care.
What a fantastic man. Equipped with little more than a notebook, binoculars, and my fascination of wildlife. I, Jane Goodall, braved a realm of unknown to give the world a remarkable window into humankind's closet living relatives, chimpanzees. Through nearly 60 years of groundbreaking work, I have shown us the urgent need to protect chimpanzees from extinction and identify conservation to include the needs of local people of the environment.
G'day mate, I'm Steve Owen, crocodile hunter, zookeeper, conservationist and TV personality. I led an incredible life exploring the world of wildlife and sharing my passion of treating every animal, even the deadly ones, with kindness. However, I sadly died in 2006 after being pierced in the chest by a barb of a stingray.
Thanks for listening so well. Here's a video of our further learning so far.
Great, now watch out for the quiz. Teachers post videos to give children a chance to answer before we reveal the answers.
Question 1. Which of our famous scientists came up with the theories relating to space, time, light, and gravity? That's right, it's Albert Einstein.
Question 2. Which of our famous artists painted the Mona Lisa? Yes, it's Leonardo da Vinci.
Who took one small step for man and a giant leap for mankind? Good job it was Neil Armstrong.
Question 4. How many Nobel Prizes did Marie Curie win? Well done. 2.
Who were the 3 sports people you met? Roger Bannister, Lionel Messi, and Lev Yashin. Did you get them all?
Question 6. William I was the king of which country? Yes, England. Well done.
Can you name the 2 plays by William Shakespeare that we have given as an example? He wrote many plays. The examples were Macbeth, Romeo, and Juliet.
Question 8. How did Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, die? He was stabbed in the chest by a stingray. Ouch!
Question 9. What company did Steve Jobs set up? Apple.
Which German author had to escape to Holland during World War II? You guessed it, it was Annie Frank.
Thank you for watching our assembly. We hope you enjoyed it. Have a fantastic weekend.